Hello everyone. Again, here we are in the 18th session of the UN Forum to represent the Ahwazi nations suffering by the Iranian occupation regime. Yesterday, in the first day, which was on 27th of November 2025, we have discussed a lot of suffering that are ongoing on the Ahwazi people at the hand of the Iranian occupation regime. From the arrest, arbitrary arrest, execution, forced migration, and also short and long-term disappearance of the Ahwazi people by the Iranian occupation regime. And especially we were talking about the Ahwazi prisoners, about the Ahwazi environmental catastrophic situations, circumstances where the Iranian occupation regime has drought our river and then killed all the animals, and now is the turn came to the Ahwazi people, where from a year time, only couple of days there are only where you can find the clean air. This is a complete indirect genocide that is going to be perpetrated by Iranian occupation regime against our people. So since we discussed on that day, which is Thursday, 27th of November, the Iranian diplomatic occupation regime got angered, and at the end of and the last moment of the yesterday's session, the Iranian occupation regime representative and ambassador has accused that all the Ahwazi NGOs who spoken in the forum yesterday, they are all terrorists. And that's where it brought a huge condemnation from the people who were attending, individual and organization. And then when the Ahwazi human rights activists talked to the UN Minority Forum Special Rapporteur, and they have clearly conveyed that if the Iranian diplomatic accusing all Ahwazi NGOs as a terrorist, so how about the Iranian occupation regime behavior with the Ahwazi nation in the occupied Al-Ahwaz? Then this is a point that being considered for us, and we ask the UN Special Rapporteur to put this point into consideration and hold Iranian regime as an accountable, because this is the serious allegation that is being accused by the Iranian occupation regime to all Ahwazi human rights activists. And if they have any evidence that they can talk, let them bring. If they don't have, which is a baseless, and we completely believe that it is baseless, then not only the United Nations, all the countries must hold Iran accountable for their atrocities and sufferings that it is happening in Al-Ahwaz. Ahwaz in alarming situation, and it is required an immediate condemnation by the United Nations to send a fact-finding mission to Al-Ahwaz where the genocide is happening. We have documented lots of videos that talks about Ahwazi nation, and also it shows that day and night time Ahwaz sky, Ahwaz weather is hugely polluted. There is no water, there is no food resources, and again on that where we see the arbitrary arrest, execution. In last month they have executed 6 Ahwazi innocent in one go. And apart from that, because of the dire situation of the Ahwazi living, many Ahwazi are committing suicide because they can't afford their basic day-to-day life. We are from here, United Nations, asking all the countries to send a fact-finding mission to the Ahwaz, especially Ahwaz, because Iranian occupation regime is blocking all the international media to cover what's going on in Al-Ahwaz. And from here we request all the human rights defenders, individual and organization, to put pressure and send the fact-finding mission to Ahwaz and find out what atrocities is happening there. Again, we would like to emphasize that We are a human rights activist, and Iran must hold me and accountable. Thank you so much.